Recently, we heard about a guy up in Canby, little bitty mom and pop type of wrecking yard up there. He specializes in Mopar only. Liberty Moparts is the name of it. It used to look like this everywhere you went. Somebody in their backyard had a wrecking yard. There was always one down at the end of the road. Those things are all gone and swallowed up by the big consolidators, but he's one of the last ones. Are these customer cars in here?
No, everything is mine except for the Barracuda back there belongs to a customer and the Dart does, but other than that, they're all mine.
Nice. Got cars stashed all around his lot there, and he parts them out. He invited us, me and Dougie, to come up and take a look around, and so we did.
I'm not very good with the customer thing, so I prefer to just
do your own stuff and then sell it as a done car.
You got it. Yeah.
That's great. I love that car. And that car. And that car. And that bus.
It's usually the road trips themselves that drive me over the edge. I just didn't think about once you get there, he's still Dougie.
And you should see the plumb crazy little Duster back there. Whoo, it's a sweet one. Let's see what's in the garage.
That's a 70 Charger.
Oh, it is, yeah.
70.
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those are gold.
Yeah, I'm fixing I got a rough spot to fix in the corner.
Those are gold.
Yeah. That's that 509 that's gonna go in the Magnum.
This is?
Yeah.
Woohoo! And what's that one there?
That's a 340.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Look at the size of those valve covers. That's deceiving.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an original 340 car, but customer couldn't get enough traction, so it's getting a mini tub kit.
I got you.
I love this place. They have such a wide range of cars here. I think we could be here all day and not see everything.
It's an original 340 car.
Yeah.
Does it still got the VIN?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be darned.
And a fender tag.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And
this is my No Prep Kings car I'm building.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
500-inch blown alcohol Keith Black.
I want to see that one at the track.
Yeah, I've built the whole chassis, one tube at a time.
Wow. He's building this all by himself in his garage that you would never even think anything about. It just shows you that there's guys out there with mad skills, but they're not on TV showing off like I am every day, so you don't know that they do it. But the car that he's putting together in that garage is unbelievable. I mean, like way off the charts quality. Nice work. It looks
That's a mock-up engine. The real engine's over at the machine shop, but
oh, gotcha.
It's about 4,000 horsepower.
Ought to move.
We should be running around a flat 4-second 1/8 mile, but this was a real Hellcat.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
And what's that one there?
That one belongs to a local doctor who bought it in college. So now I'm fixing it up for him to, just drivability stuff. Just finished rebuilding the front suspension so that the...
Nice.
I love the A-body cars. I think they're adorable. Mark hates them.
So the owner's gonna give it to his son to drive in college. So,
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Look, I don't hate the early A-body cars. I can appreciate that they were forerunners for where we're at today. I mean, the 64.5 Barracuda, right? Had to start somewhere. Sure, it's not a very pleasant car. They're not worth a lot of money, but I don't hate them. Of all the Hemis and 440s and everything you have here and all the cool cars, Doug's most interested in that.
I thought it was a 63.
Said he'd trade a 71 Hemi Cuda convertible 4-speed car for one of those.
Well, the sad part is I don't think the owner would do that.
He's like Dougie then. Yeah. He's just like old Dougie. What I don't understand is why Doug loves them. Like unnaturally loves them. And it could have something to do with where he's from. I don't know what the mass transit is on, say, Cybertron. Maybe that's how he got over to see all of his little relatives up there, is in a 63 Valiant convertible. I don't know. I have no idea.
Right. Despite my eagerness to talk him into it, I don't think he would do it.
Did you see these hubcaps, Mark?
Yeah, Doug, I did. I did manage to see those.
They're awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, they're Dodge Dart hubcaps. You don't see those every day.
You sure don't.
This is what I'm talking about. Martin's telling a story that's entertaining and worthy of listening. Dougie checks completely out. No longer cares what Martin has to say. He's staring at a $1 hubcap on a Dodge Dart GT from 1963, and he's mesmerized by it. Again, is it shiny? Is it the chrome? What is it that's dragging him to this? It certainly can't be the one of 80 billion hubcaps that were ever made. If anybody knows out there, please write me. I'd love to hear the answer.
I love that.
But it's weird. It's weird, Arnie.
When this one came here,
gosh.
it was so funny. It was in such poor condition maintenance-wise. It had a kitty litter box on the passenger floorboard collecting the coolant flowing out of the heater core.
Yeah. Gotta soak it up, right? Nervous laughter, recognize that him and Dougie are just two peas in a pod. This is why 23andMe was even invented, right? So you could find out that those two are related, and most likely, in a very good chance, not from here. And I'm not talking about my zip code.
Don't see too many 63 Dodge Dart GTs either, do we?
Or at least or convertibles for that matter.
Oh, right.
Laws, no.
I'm sorry it's a convertible. You can keep it.
M-O-N, that spells no.
Yeah.
This a customer or you?
Nope, that's mine.
You want 383 car?
440.
440 car.
Yep.
Is it an RT?
It is.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the badge. The 69 Charger RT 440 automatic is an air car. It's a pretty darn good, complete car. It's just fun to see those still out there. The ones we see are usually completely restored or not drivable. But one like that is really nice to see still out there.
So I drug this one out of the California desert. It was sitting pretty much the way you see it with no wheels. So it was sitting on the ground, no interior, no engine transmission. So I just grabbed what I had laying around here and put it together, and we ended up with a car.
Getting there, huh?
Yep. So
Nice.
it runs and drives, just the way it is.
That's the way they should be.
Yep.
Run them and drive them, baby. You know, when these cars were built, they were never destined to be multi-million-dollar collector cars. They were transportation. And then, you know, all these years later, they're worth so much money. They have a lot of sentimental value to people, and so they're putting a lot of money in them, and now they're pretty unattainable. It's nice to see a guy like Martin. He kind of represents, if we could go back 40 years ago, what we all might be doing right now.
We do donuts and gravel parking lots. We do whatever we want with this thing. You know, beer cans rolling around on the floor. Live like it used to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Doug, you with him?
Hell yeah.
It's also an original AC car, and Q5, and that's what I was talking about with it had a black vinyl top, black stripe, but rocker moldings. And the rocker moldings came with it, but I took the one off because it was about to fall off on its own.
Pretty cool.
But you know, as rust-free as this car is, no rust in the floors. Trunk floor's still gone. You know?
Yeah, isn't that something?
I swear Moparts sprayed salt on the floor of the trunk before they shipped them.
Makes you wonder why they had rust when they were 3 years old. Yeah.
I mean, it's impossible.
Doug, would you like to have this car right here?
This one here?
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Nice.
I like
it'd be
this.
perfect for you, wouldn't it?
It would be perfect. Does it have air conditioning?
Not currently. Yeah. It was born with it, but it's gone.
Okay, we can fix it, right, Mark?
You know what's funny, Dougie? If you reached in right now and turned that key, that sucker will purr like a kitten right now.
That's a slant six.
Yep.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
See, here we are again. There's Dougie just magnetically pulling over towards this crab box A-body car that nobody cares anything about. And that particular one's even worse than the 63. They made 80 billion of these things. These are like belly buttons. Everybody had one back in the day. And then you want the Oakland too?
I want the Oakland. Man, oh man.
This one belonged to an old lady out in Scappoose. Her family finally pulled the plug wires off of it, said it quit running to stop her from driving it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These original?
Yeah, it's original paint, original trim, original rust.
All right. Little 4-speed RT, huh?
Yeah.
Look at this, Mark.
Had a 360.
Yeah. That'd be a
4-speed
perfect car
manual.
for you, Doug. Got strange taste in cars, my friend.
Mark likes Ram Chargers.
I used to.
I know I like some weird stuff in cars, and it drives Mark nuts. But you'll see, Mark likes some oddball stuff too.
1 year only half door.
Yeah. 74?
Yeah. SE.
It's a good one. Chevrolet had the Blazer, Ford had the Broncos. So Dodge had the Ram Charger. The one that he has up there is a Plymouth Trail Duster, much rarer. They made very few of those. And the one he has up there is the first year edition, the 1974. We opened the door and it had the window frame with it. In the very beginning, they left the window frame attached to the top, and then they had the main part of the door, upper door frame by the vent window in halves like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so when you open this thing up, this stays here, and then this is still part of the top. Yeah, that is. I bet you get a pretty penny for the doors and that roof.
Yeah, it's gonna go to a fella in Spokane now.
Gotcha.
I don't usually mess with anything outside of 68 to 72, but you know, when stuff comes along,
Do what you gotta do, right?
yeah. Well, like this one, I had an open spot on the trailer and a guy gave me a price that was right. It runs and drives, so.
Wow.
Doug, you like this little car? 70 Swinger, 318, runs and drives, needs brakes, fuel system, and electrical to be reliable. I think you ought to buy this old pot liquor.
Sounds like
There
a
you
lot of
go.
work.
I think this little pot liquor would make
That's
you a
some
good
old
car.
school with the blue anodized Moroso
Yeah.
valve covers and all.
Yep,
Nice.
that's some old school stuff.
Yeah.
This screams 1986.
It's so amazing to me, after all these years and with the internet, that there's still these pockets of cars around. When you walk around this guy's property, it's amazing. Barracudas parked under trees, car bodies all over the place. The guy even had an old school bus. I think that these little field trips are great reminders of what we used to do and why we do what we do now.
So when you look at these little cars in the trees, you'll see the 72 to 74 Barracuda. I don't know what it was originally, if it was a real Cuda or a Barracuda. But the easy way to tell on that car is the big round taillights, which makes me have to tell a story. Doug had a 1970 Barracuda lemon twist yellow, beautiful little car, 318 4-speed, air conditioning, white leather interior, was a Grand Coupe. That's just cool stuff. And of course the 70 taillights go lengthwise. He needed a trunk lock replaced in it. We were just kids, so he went to see my Uncle Wayne, the original hater. Long before there was any of this player haters ball crap, Wayne was one of the original haters. He'd hate on something just to hate on it. So he put Doug's trunk lock cylinder in his Barracuda. Doug takes off. I'm still there with my Charger. I said, hey, what do you think of his Barracuda? Piece of crap. Hate the taillights. That's my Uncle Wayne, one of the original haters. He wanted all hot tubs cold.
I'd like to show you Trauma, if you got a minute.
Trauma?
Trauma, that's what I call my car.
Okay.
It's kind of like your Phantom Cuda thing.
Oh, I got you. So the little 69 Charger that Martin was sharing, saying that it was similar to the Phantom Cuda, he's right in a lot of ways. This thing is a mess. Our Cuda was a mess. It got hit hard. This one got hit, what you call T-boned, right in the middle. So it was like taco shape. If you look at it from the back, the whole side's caved in. I don't know if he has the original engine for it or not, but it is a 69 Dodge Charger RT 440 automatic car, and it's loaded, it sounds like, with a bunch of stuff.
69 RT B5, air conditioning, bucket seat, center console, black vinyl top, black stripe.
But have no illusions when it comes to the end value of that versus the Phantom Cuda. The Phantom Cuda had it beat. That's why I did that car. So the Charger's not going to have the end value. He's doing it because he's passionate about it. I was doing it for a client. Of course, I'm passionate too, but I had a client that wanted the car done. But to put those two cars into perspective, 14,739 69 Dodge Charger RTs with a 440 and an automatic. 108 446 barrel 4-speed 1971 Cudas made. So the end value, you had it there with the Cuda. But his car will end up taking almost as much work as our Phantom Cuda did. And I know he can do it, I've seen his work.
So this was a cop car, so when I got it, it had some very interesting graffiti on it.
I see some of it up there on the top of the quarter. God, the laughing. I can't take the laughing. It's that one flew over the cuckoo's nest laughing stuff. It's wound up on Thorazine laughter. It doesn't make sense. It's so loud. Why is it so loud?
Yeah, but I took off the really good stuff.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, they came off with the doors. But you know, it's a great B-body platform chassis.
Yeah. So one of the last cars that he wanted to show us was a four-door Plymouth Satellite. I guess it was a former police car, he said. It's a white car. A lot of the state police cars are white here in Oregon. But anyway, the roof is already cut off. It's already donated to become something for somebody else. It's a true four-door sedan. It's a Satellite, so it's got the correct rear body panel on it, and it's pretty darn solid. So this is the chassis that we're going to be able to put together with a real 70 GTX, not compromise any numbers anywhere, take the two cars and build one really, really nice car and have it back on the road again.
And I can always I left the 8 3/4 in it so it rolls, obviously.
Yeah.
I can pick that up another time.
That's fine.
And I told Shane that, you know, some of the stuff was going to be included with
Okay.
it. But I have 3 other heater boxes for you, and then there's a trunk lid right there that he wanted for a dart.
So at the end of the day, I had a really great time up at Liberty Moparts. Marty is a really nice guy and very hospitable. I even think Mark was really happy because we found a great donor chassis for the 70 GTX. So, all in all, a pretty great day at the graveyard.
Hello ghouls, Mark Warman here, the Ice Tray from Graveyard Carz. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. We have fantastic stuff coming up, and some of it you've never seen before. I gotta go insult people. Hey Alice!